This is our stage 3 of our Sumobot build, and we've got the base completed, we've got the motor mounts in place. We want to now look at our ultrasonic sensor. So we've already got the little attachment point in the base to be able to set that up. So what we want to have a look at in here is how far apart these guys are. So we can see the center distance is 26 and the holes for those are about 16. So let's go through and build our little piece up here. So I'm going to go back over to my part studio and we're going to work from that center piece. So I'm going to create a new sketch. So shortcut is Shift S, and I'm going to choose one of those two faces to start drawing on. So now I'm going to build it in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in a rectangle using the coincident points for those, so you can see they're already fixed in. So if I ever change those on the base sketch, these will update as well. So really handy if you want to try and start connecting things. The next thing I'll do is I'm going to use that project and convert to drop that one in there. So now if I go N normal 2, we've got that there in place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the T slot to be able to attach that on. So what I'm going to use for that is a center point rectangle. So on the center, bring it up somewhere, and I'm going to lock those in there. I'm going to tab off that 3 because if I put that 3 in there, it's going to have an issue because I've already constrained it here, and I want that to be 12. Another one attached to the center point, come across, he's going to be 5.4 and 2.4. So that little slot there is going to hold the screw in nicely. So now that's in place. What I want to do now is I'm going to add in a rectangle that will go through to there. I'm going to make that, let's say, about 40 wide, and we'll see what we need to do from there. And then we're going to just make that, I'm going to leave that because I'm not sure how tall I want that to be. Now, the circles that I have, you remember we found it was 16. So he's going to go across here and make that 16. And it was 26 between the middle. So I'm going to go D for dimension to go from here to there and make that 13. So what that tells me is I need this a bit wider. So let's go 45. Now I've got that. I'm going to mirror this across. So the mirror line will be there, and I want that across. So if I have a look at what I can do is if I bring that down a little bit, I've still got space in there. I'm going to now lock this in. So let's make him 25. That should give us enough. Maybe let's push that out to 30, just so there's a little bit more meat around it, and go 50 there, just so that we don't end up with any two weaker points around there. And if I have a look at dimensions from there to there, we want that. Let's go 15 and we'll see how that looks. So I'm going to now extrude that piece out. What often will make your life easier if we go M and we just cut part of that so that it automatically will take that out when I go to extrude. So you can see it's already picked that up, which is good. I want that to be 3 millimeters as well. And I'm going to make that a new piece, not add it. So that's now there. What I'm going to do with that one there, and I forgot to add the sketch for that. So that is our sketch, motor mount, fixing holes. This guy now I can update. That's my sketch for the ultrasonic holder. Rename Extrude for the ultrasonic holder. And that part 3, we're going to do the same thing. Holder. All right, so that's now there. Let's see how that fits. So if I come over to my assembly, I'm going to insert that piece in. Tick. And I'm going to mate that in place. So I'm going to use one of those edges and then align that with the corresponding edge of that slot. We go tick, and that was pretty close to what I was thinking it was going to be, so that's good. What we can do now is I'm going to use another mate. I'm going to use that circle, and I'm going to then set it up with that. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play with the offset. So I want to be able to offset that Z, and if I just start arrowing that back and forward, he's probably going to sit somewhere around there. And I'm happy with that. So now that's in place, that looks good. We can now move on to the next part. So that was a nice, easy piece. What we might do, just so that it smooths it off, is I'm going to add some chamfers to those corners. So we come back over here. I'm going to add my fillet, sorry, not chamfer, and add those on. I might make those a bit bigger, about 10, beautiful. So now that piece is ready to go as well. So before we move on, let's add another version. So that's version 3 and our stage 3 of our ultrasonic holder. Well done, guys. So we'll be back and we'll start looking at our sides.